Hi, in this video I'm talking about the movie Last to Marry, which you can watch here on YouTube on Laju Iren YouTube channel. So in this movie we have this lady who is in her early 30s. She's unmarried. She's a very devoted Christian, and all her mates, her friends, they are married, have kids. So it's just like, why is her own case different? So she aggressively goes to God in prayer that this week she wants to meet her husband this week and everything. So that's how these two men come into her life. So she has this guy on one end who is very spiritual. He's a Christian guy, speaks in tongues, sees vision, it's like a proper Christian guy. But the thing about him is that he has a very bad temper. He talks down at her. He doesn't know how to treat her right. Then we now have the other guy on the other end who is not a Christian, but he's very responsible, knows how to care and love her. And this other guy happens to also be married, but he claims that his wife is okay with that fact. So she is basically torn as to who should she go for. On one hand, she has this man that tells her that God told him that she is his wife. On the other end, we have this man who doesn't know God, doesn't believe in God, but treats her very well. So she's just torn as to who to go for. So it's just a very insightful and educative movie, because we get to pick up a lot of things from it, from the fact that you don't need to attach your purpose in life to being married. Like, if you want to do things, but don't let marriage become like an idol to you. Don't lose yourself. There's a particular scene in the movie where the lady was talking to her counselor in church about her whole dilemma, and she was telling her that, do you want to marry now or do you want to marry right? That it's better to be late in your calendar but to be on time in God's calendar. So despite the pressures and the comments from people, and how you feel like your biological clock is running out, but just hold on to God and he'll make everything happen in due time. So yes, it's just like very similar to the movie You May Only Kiss the Bride. Then for the actors in this movie, we have the lead act, the lady in question, who is Abidemi, who was played by Juliana OLAYODE. So she did really well in this movie, because you see this woman was struggling. She was praying, she was fasting, she was going to church. Like, what did this girl not do? Like, she has been a devoted Christian for most of her life. Like, I think all her life basically, she right from secondary school to being in her 30s, but still she just could not find Mr. Right. She just did not find the person God had for her. So she was frustrated, angry, and fed up with the whole thing, because her whole thing was she wants somebody that's God-fearing, that's a Christian, that loves God, that knows God. So when she now found somebody like that, and even the way the guy came into her life was a bit off, because it was like she was just in that state of desperation, was willing to take anything no matter how it looked. Because okay, yes, the guy was a Christian, he was God-fearing, he prays, speaks in tongues, sees vision and all of that, but he had a very bad character. Even the way he talks to her, the demeaning comments, he was so aggressive when he's upset, that this kind of person in a marriage would of course hit her and beat her. Even the way he proposed to her, like the audacity of throwing the ring on the table, that's basically implying that he's doing her a favor. So she was overlooking all those things just because of the fact that this guy is a God-fearing Christian. That was the covering of everything he was doing. All she could see was this guy is a God-fearing Christian. He said that God told him and his wife, and she just kept running with it. So she now found somebody else that was treating her better. But the thing with that guy was just he did not know God. He didn't believe in God. So yeah, so she did really well in her role. Then we get to see the guy TJ, who is a rich man who doesn't believe in God but had always loved Abidemi. So his whole thing was he treats her right, takes care of her, caters for her, but he just did not have that relationship with God. There was no relationship with God whatsoever, which was something she can't overlook, which is a non-negotiable for her, something she cannot overlook. So TJ was played by IFEANYI Kalu. Then we get to see the other God-fearing man, Amata, who was played by Bayo Royale. So I think it's my first time seeing him in the movie, but he did really well, because his character was quite annoying. He was of course her neighbor, like a younger guy, and he at first came with this very weird energy, but we got to see like his true colors eventually. Then other faces we get to see in the movie would of course be her boss and her business partner BA. We also get to see her friends Charity and I've forgotten the other lady. Then of course the counselor, like her church mentor in church, who was played by Laju Iren. So it was just a very very nice movie all in all, and it speaks to finding your purpose and not being in a hurry to get into marriage and overlook certain things you would normally not consider, things you know for a fact you can't take because of the pressure, and clock is ticking and people are saying this and society is saying this, and you feel you're getting old. You should not jump into what God hasn't planned for you, essentially. Yes, so that is it. Have you seen the movie Last to Marry? He said last to marry is not a fool. So yes, so don't rush into anything. Like always talk to God, work with God, see how things would align for you. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, do subscribe. Check out my other videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.